In 1911, one of the most famous race car drivers in America helped start a car company. It carried his name. Within a few years, that company would beat Ford and become one of the biggest brands in the world. But the man behind the name wouldn't benefit from it. Instead, he would lose control, lose his money, and eventually work inside the factory of the company he created. This is the story of Chevrolet and its forgotten founder, Louis Chevrolet. Louis Chevrolet was born in 1878 in Switzerland. He came from a working-class family. His father worked in watchmaking, but the income was unstable. When the family later moved to France, their financial situation got worse. Money was often short. Food was sometimes unavailable. Because of this, Louis left school at the age of 11. He didn't leave to follow a dream. He left because his family needed income. He started working in a bicycle repair workshop. This is where he learned mechanics. Day after day, Louis repaired bicycles and carriages. Over time, he became very skilled. By his teenage years, Louis wasn't just fixing bicycles, he was designing them. He built his own bicycle and began racing it in local competitions. He won often. The prize money helped support his family, but more importantly, it introduced him to speed. In 1897, Louis encountered something new, an early automobile. At the time, cars were rare and unreliable, but Louis was immediately fascinated. From that moment on, his focus shifted from bicycles to engines. Louis continued working in France and later in Paris. He found employment at automobile workshops, including Durant. There, he learned about internal combustion engines and modern car design. But his goal was clear. He wanted to go to America. In 1900, using the money he had saved, Louis crossed the Atlantic. He first arrived in Canada and then moved to New York. Life in America was difficult. Louis took any mechanical job he could find. Factories closed. Jobs disappeared. Money was inconsistent. For several years, he struggled to stay afloat. What changed everything was racing. Louis joined Fiat's American racing team. At the time, racing was extremely dangerous. There were no safety systems. Crashes were often fatal. Despite this, Louis stood out. He broke speed records. He won major races. He drove aggressively and without hesitation. Newspapers began covering his races. He became widely known as a fearless driver. This reputation made him famous across the country. Louis Chevrolet's success attracted the attention of William C. Durant. Durant was the founder of General Motors, but he had recently lost control of the company due to financial mismanagement. Durant wanted to return to the automobile industry. He had capital and experience. What he needed was a respected public figure. Louis Chevrolet's name was already well known. In 1911, Durant approached him with a proposal. Together, they would start a new car company. The agreement was simple. Louis Chevrolet would focus on engineering and design. William Durant would handle business and marketing. The company was named Chevrolet Motor Company. Louis immediately began working on a car. The result was the Chevrolet Classic 6. It was a powerful and expensive vehicle aimed at the luxury market. While the car was well designed, it sold poorly. At the same time, Henry Ford was dominating the market with low-cost, mass-produced cars. This difference created tension. Louis believed Chevrolet should build high-performance vehicles. Durant believed the company needed affordable cars to compete with Ford. Their visions did not align. While Louis focused on engineering, Durant slowly gained control over company decisions. During a period when Louis was traveling, Durant reorganized the company. Decisions were made without Louis's approval. When Louis returned, he realized his influence had diminished. Arguments followed. The partnership began to collapse. Eventually, Louis chose to leave the company. In 1915, he sold his shares in Chevrolet. This decision removed him entirely from the business. At the time, Chevrolet was still growing, but its future success was not yet obvious. Louis believed he could succeed independently. Louis founded a new company focused on racing engines. For a time, this venture was successful. His cars performed well in competitions, including the Indianapolis 500. However, tragedy struck when his brother Gaston was killed in a racing accident. After this loss, Louis withdrew from racing. Business difficulties followed. Then came the Great Depression. His companies failed. His finances collapsed. While Chevrolet Motor Company expanded rapidly and became one of America's top car brands, Louis Chevrolet struggled financially. Eventually, he returned to work. Not as an executive, not as an owner, but as a mechanic. Inside a Chevrolet factory. The company carried his name, but he no longer had any stake in it. Louis Chevrolet died in 1941. He was not wealthy. He was largely forgotten by the public. Yet his name remains one of the most recognized in automotive history. His story is not about invention alone. It is about ownership, control, and timing, and how success does not always belong to the person who creates it. Subscribe for more true stories behind the biggest names in business.